destigmatizing emergencies, starting with autism. With that being said, welcome to RAW-tism, a podcast about my autistic experience and opinions on the world. On this podcast, I will be raw and unfiltered. Whether you listen to enjoy, hate listen, or just leave it playing on mute to support me, I appreciate the effort you put into my little program. Thank you! You're always welcome to disagree with me as long as you do so respectfully and with no name-calling. I love you all! If you enjoy this podcast, please consider rating and reviewing RAW-tism to help others find me. Ensure you're following RAW-tism on your preferred podcast streaming service so you never miss an episode. We post a new episode every Monday, but you never know when we'll throw in a special treat during the week.
This episode of RAW-tism is about the things I don't understand. I need help understanding many things about the world. One of the biggest examples for me is the topic of millionaires, billionaires, and the rich. How do these people exist? Why does the world work in a way that some people have more money than they can spend in 50 lifetimes and other people die because they can't afford necessities? I understand that some rich people work hard for their money, like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has built her image from the ground up, starting at 16 years old. I don't deny that she worked hard to get where she is today. I'm a Swiftie, not a die-hard Taylor Swift can do nothing wrong kind of Swiftie, but I identify as one nonetheless. Either way, it doesn't make sense to me how she, one person, is worth $1.6 billion. While other people can work 40 hours a week and end up only with $20 in their bank account after bills and necessities. It just doesn't make sense. It's a game of luck as much as it is skill. The biggest thing about the rich that just doesn't compute in my mind is how they tend to abuse those below them for profit. Elon Musk is worth $318 billion and on average makes approximately $39.4 million per day just from his Tesla stock. He is the co-founder of the company, so I understand that he worked to get that money. But it is crazy how he can earn more per day than I probably will in my entire lifetime. Branching off from singular people being worth a lot, there are some companies with practices that I don't understand at all. Company profits can be off the charts, while the average store employee barely makes minimum wage. The disparity is astounding. Why are the people at the tippity top of these companies benefiting from the success when the employees on the lowest rung of the corporate ladder are working crazy hours just to break even paycheck to paycheck? To me, it would make more sense to spread the wealth within the company. Better pay means happier and healthier employees, a lower turnover rate, and a sterling reputation. These are all great ways to increase revenue while making sure every worker at the company is being treated as well as possible. Why do wealthy people need to hoard all of this money? I just don't get it. If you're in your 20s like me, you probably grew up playing computer games like Webkinz, Club Penguin, Wizard 101, Adventure Quest, and so many others. Or at the very least, you saw the commercials on cable. Nowadays, kids play mindless games on their tablets, which keeps their attention long enough to give their parents a break, but does nothing for their educational development. That's where ABCYA comes in. This app and website provides academic games that will help stimulate your child's mind while entertaining them long enough for their parents to take a well-deserved break. Don't have kids? No problem. If you're a nanny like me, a babysitter, a teacher, or an extended family member to some kids, this app is easy for everyone to use and doesn't require a ton of personal information. Go to the link in the description or in my bio to learn more. ABCYA, the best free learning game website for kids from kindergarten to 6th grade. Another thing I don't understand is why we have more money from the state going into prisons than we do for mental health facilities. Something that I feel very strongly about. is how there should be more mental health facilities than prisons for those who commit crimes. Some convicts are very dangerous and must be kept under lock and key. I'm not arguing that. However, I feel very strongly that there should be more effort into making sure these people get proper mental health care and treatment than just facing punishment for their actions. Some mental health institutions keep their patients against their will. Not all are voluntary. There is a massive issue in the United States. There are too many instances of those who suffer from a mental illness getting tossed into a cell and left there to rot. In my opinion, I think this country would be a better place if everyone convicted of a crime was given a chance to work on themselves. Not all of them will be given the opportunity to rejoin society. I don't disagree with prisons keeping people safe by holding back the more violent criminals. Still, I truly believe even if they aren't going to have a chance to re-enter society, inmates should still be treated as human. There is too much stigma about mental illness. If we were to focus on taking care of those who have already gone down the wrong path, we might be able to use that for research to help people in similar situations have a better chance of not ending up in the same place. The most heartbreaking fact about this subject is that there are some convicts within the prison system that are simply there because there's nowhere else to put them. There aren't enough mental health facilities, not enough group homes, and not enough experts in certain mental illnesses. I don't think that those who are dangerous because of mental illness deserve prison. They should be somewhere where they are respected and understood and get the proper care they need. It's not their fault. They didn't choose to be this way. They just need to learn the proper tools and coping mechanisms to succeed. Every good parent wants what's best for their child. As a certified childcare provider, I've seen so many different toys that parents buy their kids. From fidget spinners to teddy bears, children use play to stimulate their brains. The best way to do that for them is to use Love Every play kits. These kits contain Montessori-style learning materials to help children play in a way that helps them prepare for their academic future. Visit their website through the link in the description or my bio to learn more about their stage-based play and guidance designed by experts to support your child's development. Love Every. Discover what your child is capable of. Yeah, I know. Some of these are very controversial topics. And I'm young and don't understand how the world works yet, yada, 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 yeah. All of that was sarcastic. Feel free to stop listening if you think that way. I'm not forcing you. A mind changed against its will is of the same opinion still. I will not force you to see the world through my eyes. I'm just sharing how my brain works. This podcast is about my experience as an autistic person, and part of that is viewing the world more analytically than most, especially when you add my hyperempathy into the mix. I see the world as a problem that needs to be fixed because there's so much pain, struggle, and sadness in areas that can be resolved. We just need to make moves to get there.
Always. I'm not here to shame anyone. I'm not even here to tell you what or how to think. I'm here to share the autistic experience with you, from someone who is studying for their graduate certification in autism spectrum disorder, someone who, for the first 22 years of their life, was under the impression that they were autistic, and as somebody who since September 30th, 2022, has finally found their place in the world. I am autistic. I'm a part of the autistic community, and I'm proud of it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Regardless of your thoughts and feelings toward me, I would love for every one of you. You are wanted by many, you are loved by many, and so many want you to stay in this world. I am one of these manys and always will be. If you'd like to support this podcast, the description includes links with referral codes to Circles water bottles, Pair Eyewear's customizable glasses, and my favorite Amazon products. The transcript for this episode can be found for free on my Patreon, which is also linked below. Would you like to see more of me? In that case, visit EmKayArchlink.com for links to my other content. A new episode of RAW-tism comes out every Monday wherever you get your podcasts. Next week's episode of RAW-tism is posted on Patreon every Tuesday. Ad-free and unedited. Karaoke videos are posted on Patreon every Thursday. Lastly, my book Unseen Powers is available in hardback, paperback, or digitally through Amazon. Remember to drink water, eat some